Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Travel, Writing and Gender by Susan Bassnett. Adventure in travel has traditionally been written by men. However, in the 20th century, both male and female travelers have written self reflective texts that defy easy categorization. British travel writing has a tendency to self depreciation and irony, with writers like Henry Fielding and Jane Austen as antecedents. Contemporary writers like Redmond O'Hanlon and Eric Newby satirize the image of the explorer hero, turning themselves into anti heroes. By the 1970s, some 19th century women's travel accounts had reached a substantial reading public, and 20th century travelers like Rosita Forbes, Freya Stark, Gertrude Bell, and Rebecca West had a strong following. However, soon their work was out of print. The first stages of the revival were to make available their works. Women travelers are often categorized as doubly different from other, more orthodox, socially conformist women and from male travelers who use the journey as a means of discovering more about their own masculinity. Jane Robinson published Wayward Women in 1990, and Sarah Mills's Discourses of Difference highlights the stress that women lay on the personal and relationships in general. Post-colonial perspectives made questions about the role and status of white women travelers in the age of imperialism. The 19th century travel text by women reflects an interest in philanthropic activities, characteristics of early feminism. Cheryl McEwan's study on Victorian women travelers in East Africa reveals a complex and multifaceted nature of women's travel writing. Feminist thinking has evolved, reflecting broader social and cultural differences. Lady Mary Wortley Montague, a women traveller, was met with contempt when she travelled to Constantinople in 1716 to join her husband, who had been appointed ambassador to Turkey. Her letters, written after her return to England and published after her death in 1762, reveal the lively, forthright voice of a woman who described herself as a traveller and experimented with smallpox vaccination. Montague's letters challenge the tendency of European travellers to exorcise the Orient. Lucy Duff Gordon's letters from Egypt contested the fantasizing of her male contemporaries, while Lady Elizabeth Eastlake's letters from the shores of the Baltic provides detailed social documentation of her journey to visit a sister married to a local aristocrat in Revel, now Tallinn, Estonia. The history of travel writing is closely linked to the history of mapping and surveying. Women traveled in various roles such as wives, sisters, daughters of missionaries, diplomats, scientists, naturalists, explorers, individuals in search of the unexpected, or leisure or instruction. Isabella Bird's books show the gradual progress whereby a writer moved from amateur to professional writer status. Mrs. Alec Tweedy, also known as Ethel Brilliana, was another type of women travel writer who wrote for the growing tourist public at the turn of the 19th century. Women like Isabella Bird, Mary Kingsley, and Lady Hester Stanhope have experienced hardships during their travels. Sarah Mills questions how feminists interpret women's travel writing, suggesting that some may be seen as proto-feminist or precursors. In the 20th century, the use of dialogue in travel narratives has blurred the line between travel account and fiction. Rosita Forbes, a successful but now forgotten travel writer, exemplifies this tension between objective accounts and self-dramatization. Forbes, renamed Rosita, became a popular travel writer during the interwar years, focusing on the Libyan desert as a place of mystery, sensuality, and freedom. As the popularity of desert books declined, Forbes turned to the glamorous gypsy myth, publishing an autobiography, Gypsy in the Sun, in 1944. Forbes' image contrasts with that of her contemporaries, Gertrude Bell, and Freya Stark, who were fascinated with the Arab world. Gertrude Bell, the first woman to obtain a first-class degree in history from Oxford, was a prominent figure in Middle Eastern politics. Rosita Forbes, a renowned travel writer, has won awards and was elected to a fellowship of the Royal Geographical Society. Her contemporary, Swiss Ella Meillat, focused on physical strength and emotionless writing. Writers like Dervla Murphy, Gertrude Bell, and Freya Stark have written about ecological questions, world poverty, and the future of the planet. Sarah Wheeler's Terra Incognita, Travels in Antarctica, has grown in importance in the 20th century. Sarah Wheeler's recounts a journey in terms of gender relations. Jan Morris, the greatest women travel writer of the 20th century, challenges the idea of binary oppositions between home and other, present and past, masculine and feminine. She focuses on the spirit, the feel of a place, and the relationship between the travel writer as an individual and the space in which she moves. In the 19th century, women travelers asserted femininity through details of clothing, domestic life, or romantic episodes reflecting the difficulties women faced in the age of empire. Women like Ella Meillat and Gertrude Bell in the 20th century reflect the struggle of modernist women. As travel writing has increased in popularity, distinctive subgenres have emerged such as all action, heroic figures, ironic text, scholarly detail, superficial anecdotes, casual conversations, spiritual experiences, and self-questioning and lyricizing work. Here ends a summary. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.